Hi, my name is Stefan, and today I would like to present how you can create really nice 3D videos from our CFD coarse grid results in ParaView. For this task we will be using our CFD toolchain provided by Score. So we start again with the model, the 2 rooms model that was presented in previous demos, and this has been simulated for 1 day, and we see the rooms are apparently not heated. They cool down over the day. During sunshine, a little irradiance will keep the temperature on constant level, and then it declines again. So let's have a look back at the model, and here on this sheet we see the grid or slice of the grid that is a vertical slice. Here on the right side we see an object named with the number 2. And this object is apparently introducing heat to the airspace. In total it's 100 watts, and this explains why we will see this kind of vortex during the simulation due to buoyancy effects. Now we would like to export the results to ParaView, and this is done by a conversion of the MUD result file from Daimler into a VTK format that can be imported. For this step we need to have the commercial version of Score. It's only available in the full version of Score, and there in the section coarse grid you find under the pull down menu for export VTK files from MAT. So here again we need to select the times we would like to export. So each time step will be exported. You can choose also to have only the last values, but here we need to export multiple time points in order to have a video in the end. The minimum time is 0 seconds, and maximum time is full day, 86,400 seconds, and the step size was calculated to achieve 15 seconds of video time with a frame rate of 24 frames per second. So let's have a review on the file properties, and here we know that we just have one single grid block inside of this model, thus we can auto-detect this model, and the source file is also already selected from the appropriate source order. And now we simply press export, and that will start to create the VTK files in a separate Score folder, which can be then imported to ParaView in the next step. So the export was accomplished in a few seconds, and we can now leave Excel. I've started ParaView 5.12, so that is the most recent version of ParaView, and now we need to import the exported VTK files from Score. Here we simply choose the series files for the energy grid and for the COM grid, which holds the velocities. All right, so now we already see the outline of the simulated space. And in the next step, I will show you how we can retrieve the corresponding informations from the files. Okay, so let us start with the temperature field information. And here I activate the eCell grid time series and use the function threshold, which allows us to retrieve the corresponding information from the appropriate cell types. And the cell type for the air space is, or the air partition is, as we know from the score model setup, is having the number 0. So apparently we have to put in bandwidth of values in ParaView, and here it is a good choice to go up by half a digit and also down. And as soon as we press apply, we already see the volume, the air volume in the view pane. All right, so next is we would like to select the temperatures to be displayed in the volume, and moreover we can decrease the opacity a bit, thus we can see some structure in this view. Okay, now we can already start to look at the results that have been simulated, and yeah, this shows that we have selected the right result files. Moreover, we could adjust now the legend, which is in this case not correctly displayed. So I rescale to the values that should be matching the maximum and minimum values in our result file. Okay, so here we go. And I rename also this threshold and call it air. Next, I would like to add the velocity field, and this is performed by the function glue. Okay, so now we are going to select the type of the glue source. That's 2D glue. Orientation array is velocity. Scale by magnitude. Now I press apply. And I will select the coloring. That should be following velocity magnitude. And the next step, we may select another different legend, like this one, in order to distinguish between the different physical values. Now, to complete the animation, it would be nice to see some structure of the complete building or room. And this can be accomplished by adding some more thresholds. And these thresholds, they will define the corresponding cell types which represent certain wall partitions. So in order to retrieve these numbers, we return back to our score where the XRG grid sheet is contained, and that details and gives us the corresponding numbers which will be used to isolate the wall partitions. Okay, for example, the floor is indicated by the numbers 1011 to 1012, and here I put 1010.5, a bit lower than the original value and a bit higher on the upper threshold. So having done this, I press apply and it pops up on the bottom, of course, of our room, and I add the solid color here. Moreover, I can rename the threshold and give it the name floor. And now, by this, I can continue to add all the walls I would like to see. Especially helpful for the front walls is the styling attribute opacity that should be used in order to be able to have a glance inside the room. So a nice value is something like a quarter, for example. But that's, of course, up to you. So after a couple of minutes, I finished my job. I introduced some extra walls, especially also the internal wall here in the middle of the room that is indicated by the cell type number 1. Then we have further external walls and ceiling and so on. And now we are ready to start the export of our animation. We see down here in the time manager that the total time is in seconds 1 day. So 86,400 seconds represent 24 hours. And we have up to 360 single steady pictures available that can be used to create this animation. And thus I now go to the Save Animation menu. Okay, I now go to the Save Animation menu, type in the name for my video and choose the MP4 files format, for example. Then I manually select the frame rate, 24 seconds, and start the export process. So, and after all this work, we would like, of course, to save the state in order to be able to later on get back to the setup and maybe change something This is enabled by the function saveState. Here we can select Python state file, choose this one, and please keep in mind that you should select in general options or properties to be exported, and then click OK, and you're done. And later on you're able to load this state or reload the state again when you return back to ParaView with new results, for example, for this room. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this presentation and that you enjoy your work with the Score and the VTK export functionality. So I hope that you will enjoy using XRG Score and our XRG Score toolchain. Thank you for watching this video.